So thinking back to, kind of at your lowest point, did you ever have the mindset of like, obviously you got out of mortgage and got into real estate, but I don't feel like you ever gave up on success. But did you have times where you doubted like, hey, can I rebuild this? Can I have, that level of success again? Or did you just have like an unwavering, focus and then, found the steps? And I'm curious if
Yeah,
you had that spot where you doubted yourself.
there were a couple moments of maybe self-doubt. If I look at the moments of self-doubt, I can't really define them as true self-doubt because it's the one thing I really don't think I've ever had. Like, no matter what, I'm getting through it. What I did have were moments that started to define where I was going to take it. And throughout 08, 09, my godfather, my great grandfather's brother, he was funding me. Even though I was losing everything, he was funding like just me to be able to have, money. I had a beat up pickup truck rather than all the Audis and Hummers and 69 Bronco that I had before the crash. I had a beat up pickup truck. I mean, he was funding me a couple grand a month to pay my rent. And then I was bartending. And I would keep asking him for money because he saw the empire I built. And I would keep running into issues, and could just never get out of it. And then finally, there was a moment, and that was like September of 09. I was waiting for these two loans to fund. I hadn't funded a loan in a couple months, and I'm behind on rent. And both of them get declined. And I was shaving. So figure my face. So I shave everything. So all you see is my eyes. So I have white cream everywhere. And I just got out of the shower, my little phone booth shower and pedestal sink bathroom. And I have my towel on and I'm still a little wet and just kind of just shaving really quick because I gotta get to a meeting. And as I'm shaving, I look down because my phone buzzes and my loan processor says, "Hey, I don't know how to tell you this, but both are not going to fund and there's no way around it. Call me when you have a second." And I remember grabbing the pedestal sink abruptly. And I grabbed it so abruptly that it peeled off the drywall and shook the wall where the medicine cabinet fell off. The mirror of the medicine cabinet slammed on the ground and shattered. I slipped on the water because I was like angry. On the way down, hit the back of my head on the towel bar and hit the ground on my tailbone. And I just lost it. It was just pouring down. And like 2 minutes later, I kind of opened my eyes. And right when I opened my eyes, there was a triangular shaped piece of mirror in the corner perfectly at my face. And the person I saw in that mirror, I did not recognize. I just saw the most useless, porous, just whatever, just I don't know, a little boy who just got his toys taken away or something. It was just, I was like, oh my gosh. And I remember getting up and just being like, that's it. Like, you built an empire coming from nothing, Tony. Like, lock it up. Like, get your mindset back, get your work ethic back. Like, let's go. That was moment one. Moment two was later that night. I called my Uncle Mike and I said, "Uncle Mike, I just want to let you know I'm going to pay you back. And I know you believe that." He goes, "I know, I believe that." I just had such an incredible day, and it's just my mindset is back, and I'm positive, and like I just know what to do now, and I'm going to switch to the sales side. I'm going to become an agent, and I'm gonna pour into it everything I got. And he goes, "I love hearing that." And I was like, all I need, if you can do like, just a few more thousand just to keep me for the first 3 months that I start this career. And he was like, "Nope." And I was like, "What?" And he goes, "Nope, I'm done." He's like, "I'm cutting you off. I'm not giving, I'll buy you groceries if you need to eat, but I'm not giving you any more money. And I go, Uncle Mike, please, like, this is different this time. Like I know what to do now. Like, and he goes, Tony, do you want to know the reason you're still where you are and you still can't dig out of this hole? And I go, well, the economy, like the lending, the crisis, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just, excuse. I'm telling you, he was just like, no, none of that is the reason. And I go, me? He goes, no. And I go, then what? And he goes, me. He goes, I'm the reason you're still where you are. He goes, because you're relying on me. He goes, and you will be shocked what you can achieve when you can't rely on anyone else but your own work ethic. He goes, so I'm just done. You're cut off. And look what happened. I mean, within 30 days of just my drive back, my work ethic, taking extra shifts, bartending on the weekends, everything I could do. And boom, the $5 million listing, which I co-listed with another agent so that we got the deal, because I was so new, but it was my lead. It was my nurture. And the rest is history. And I'll never forget that, because the power of what we can do when we have to rely on our own drive, our own positive mindset, is just incredible. It's incredible. So I think those were the turning points for me, is to get that strong mindset back, and that mindset of fear is okay. I can't stand people who say, have no fear. You can't have fear. You just got to go for it. What are you talking about? Fear is what makes you focus to achieve the goal. Like, you don't think a tightrope walker has fear of 100-mile-an-hour gust of wind coming out of nowhere on a day that he was told by all weather forecasters, 0 wind for the next 10 hours. You don't think he has fear and is prepared for it? It's self-doubt is the killer. Fear causes focus. Self-doubt causes you not to even try, right? And so I think that's what people need to understand when they're going about their day or their goals.
Yeah. Well, no, that's a great story. That's what I was looking for, Tony. I appreciate that. I mean, I think that's useful information.